The coronavirus, 3 actionable steps we want you to take right now. Hey, I'm Brian Lowe with Brian Lowe Financial, right here on Blue Line. You know, we're in Mandeville, we're in New Orleans, and of course, the brand new location right here on Blue Line. We want to invite you in and come check out the new facility. So in my 20 years of doing this financial business, I started at Chase Bank, Baker, Zachary, Harding, McClain, over 20 years ago. At a young age, I saw the first market correction of my career from 2003. And I saw people like you that were thinking about retirement, 1 year, 5 year before retirement, and had to rethink things and maybe delay retirement or live on less. So like you, we had a market correction here recently. We believe it's a short-lived recession, but we think we'll pull through pretty quickly. The question is, what actionable steps should you take right now with your money? After leaving the bank, I joined ING for about 5 years, and then 2006 was another life change in my life. It was Harrison, my son's 13 now, so I started my career on my own at that stage. So 2007 to 09, the market was a big correction there as well. So you've now been through 2 major market corrections. Now it's the third one. So a lot of you lost 20% or more in your money. The market was down as much as 30%. The question is, what steps should you take right now with the coronavirus? On the screen, you're wondering, what is your next step? So we have 3 action steps for you to take right now. So number 1 is to risk exposure review. We want to figure out what your total risk number is. On the right-hand side of the board, we want to create this report for you. You can email your stuff in to us, and this is called the risk report. So as you can see, we're going to figure out what your risk number actually is. Is it 50? Is it 70? Is it 85 or higher? You know, I teach financial planning at LSU. I teach at UNO. I teach at the libraries in Mandeville. Ultimately, the question is, 9 out of 10 people that take my class find out their risk number is actually higher than what they would like it to be. So now the market's going through a correction. You lost some money. You should have, could have, would have. You thought about reducing your risk. The question is, when the market comes back up, what's your next step? So if we have a risk number of 72, that would be the S&P, and your risk number is 31, it could say you could lose as much as 120,000. So the question is, how much money could you lose? If you notice, if we have another 2008 bear market, it's going to tell you what the S&P would have lost. So it would have lost maybe 36%, and in your case, it could be as much as only 100,000 if the risk number was 31. So the question is, what's your risk number? Down below, another financial crisis. Well, this is a financial crisis. It's saying here you could lose as much as 50%. Now, if the interest rates change, the question is, what's your next step? We want to print that report for you. All you got to do is call us at 225-292-4225. Email Kyle at brianlowfinancial.com. Again, that's Brian at brianlowfinancial.com or Kyle at brianlowfinancial.com. And we can just get the information. You can scan your 401k, your mutual funds, your stock brokerage accounts, email them to us. We'll plug it into the system. We'll email it back to you. We'll do a Zoom meeting. So yes, we're set up here on the big 75-inch screen to do a Zoom meeting with you to figure out where your next step's going to be. Identify the risk first, have a plan second to figure out where your next step is. Now, with my client base, if it's over 500 people, you know, they're not freaking out calling every day. Why? Because they have a plan. So it's a high percentage of people that actually have a plan, are comfortable as we get through this little blip in the road, right? So when we get through this, 78% of the money is already safe anyway. They might have 20% of the market, 30%, but they're not freaking out with that amount because they already have a true risk number that makes sense for them. The question is, are you taking too much risk? The second thing on the board, it says retirement income analysis. We want to do an income plan for you. It's a confidential financial analysis on the screen. We'll take your information and we'll do a roadmap. Now, if you notice, this is the virus worksheet. You want to ask for this, you want to call in, you want to email us. It's called the coronavirus worksheet. There's 3 things to consider. The risk exposure review, you check a box. Retirement income analysis, check a box or ignore. And the last thing is holistic plan. One of the 3 options are going to make some sense for you. So either a holistic plan, retirement income analysis, which is the roadmap, or the risk exposure. Suggesting today, you definitely need the risk exposure. Every single one of you should have an income roadmap as well. So that's the next thing. Holistic financial plan. This is the retirement roadmap. Income, expenses, what's your next step, how long will your money last. We'll do the roadmap for you to show you how long your money will last. Again, that's a major reason why people are not freaking out and calling all of our client base. Why? Because they have a holistic plan in place. They've done the risk exposure before the market corrected. They knew if the market did change, how much they could possibly lose with the 20% that maybe is in the market, and so they're not freaking out because they have a holistic plan. So again, we want to hold you accountable. The question is, what's your next step? These are the next 3 actionable steps when it comes to coronavirus. I want you to pick up the phone. Down below on your screen, it says Calendly. So you want to check a box as to what time of day makes sense for you. That automatically goes in my calendar. We have you set up. You can go ahead and email the stuff in to Brian@BrianLoveFinancial.com, and we'll get you on the calendar. We're looking forward to talking to you coming up. Again, the coronavirus, what's your next step? 3 actionable steps to take today.